Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ultimate Academy. I am Vikas Hassan and in today's video you will learn how to get really fluent in English when you're not a native English speaker. So this video is for you if you struggle to come across as a confident English speaker, if you don't think you have good speaking skills, you need a quick fix like this 30-day in which you will become a confident, well-spoken English speaker. Okay, in the first part, we will be discussing why is it important to become a confident English speaker. Can you not just stick with your native language? And the answer is pretty much no. The reason for that is that in your career, in this globalized world of the internet, you will realize that the difference between your earnings and 10 times your earnings is going to be your speaking skills. What I mean by that is that if you are not a good English speaker but you're really good technically in whatever job you do, you might be an accountant, a programmer, a data analyst, a medical professional, any field you're in, and you're not a good English speaker but you're focused on the technical aspect of it, you will be earning really good, okay? You'll be earning like this. But if on top of that, you become a confident English speaker, then your earning over your career will be going like this. And you have seen that. You've seen that people in your company who are better at speaking are at the higher post. They are the business partners. They bring in new clients. They take on the managerial role. While people who might be really good technically are still focused on doing the technical work. This is even more true in the world of internet because people who can speak confidently are now on Instagram, YouTubes and TikToks and Snapchats, and they have crowds like hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people following them, and their earning potential is so much higher. So that's what I've seen, that in the age of internet, in the age of social media, and more so after the pandemic, in the age of Zoom meetings, the difference between your earnings and 10 times your earnings come down to the speaking skills. I, for example, train government officials around the world for 1 week each every month on how to become digitally smart nation, all right? But I do these trainings via Zoom. So 1 week I'm doing a Zoom training in Vietnam, next week I'm doing a Zoom training in Singapore, next week I'm doing a Zoom training in Qatar. All these trainings are happening. Why? Just because of the one skill that I can have these 25 people on my MacBook and I can have a decent communication ability with them. This is what I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you how you can become a confident English speaker in just 30 days. Let's get to it. There is a mindset and then there's a tactic. The mindset is confident, fluent English speaking is not fast English speaking. It is structured English speaking. So if you take away one thing from this video, it is structured speaking is confident, fluent English speaking. People who come across as really charismatic are actually the people who are most structured, because in our brain, whatever they're saying is coming across in beautiful layers. This and on top of that and on top of that. It's because they are so well structured. Your mind receives them as they are amazing English speakers. It has nothing to do with accent, British accent, English accent, Australian accent, Indian accent, Pakistani accent, nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with the speed as well. It has nothing to do with the vocabulary as well. It has nothing to do if your voice is very high pitch or very basal. It has nothing to do with all these things. The number one thing that makes you a charismatic English speaker is how structured you are. What do you mean by structured? Structured means that you're very thoughtful in what you're saying and you're saying it in a either chronological order. So the story goes, this happened and that happened and then that happened and that happened. Or if you're talking about something generic, you arrange whatever you're saying so well that in the beginning you are coming across as, I have 3 reasons to say this, and the first reason is this, and the second reason is this, and the third reason is this. So if you're giving somebody your opinion on something, you're like, I actually have 2 opinions on this. The first one is this. The second one is this. It just comes across so well structured, because otherwise what happens when we're speaking to the other person's mind actually is 50% focused on what we are saying and 50% focused on our reaction to what that person is saying. So that person is like, okay, this person can stop anytime, so I should have my next question or my counter opinion or my rebuttal ready. But if you are speaking in a structured manner and you've created this closed loop around it that I have 2 opinions or I have 3 reasons, or today I'm going to be talking about 2 different things, The other person is just sitting behind, relaxed, listening to you, and in their mind it's beautifully getting structured. Okay, this is the first one, this is the second one, this is the third one. Also, if you don't structure what you are saying to the other person, the listener's mind has to do the hard work and structure all this incoming information and trying to make sense where to place it in his or her mind. And that creates an illusion that whoever is the person speaking is not a well, fluent, charismatic English speaker. So the mindset here is that from now onwards, you're not going to be focusing on how my accent is, how the sound of my pitch is, how fast I am, but you're going to be focusing on how structured I am. Moving on to the tactic. What is the tactic you can use to become a confident English speaker in as less as 30 days? And that tactic is called video messages. It has 2 steps. In the step 1, you will be doing self-journaling. What does that mean? You pick up your mobile every day once and you record your thoughts. So today, my day was like this. In the morning, I met that person. With that person, we had that coffee from a certain cafe. And then I went back to my office or my class and I studied this. After that, I went to the gym and I did these exercises. This is how I was feeling that day. This is how the conversation I had with someone that made me feel a little sad. Why did it make me feel a little sad? And then at the end, you're like, this is what I learned today. Let's see how tomorrow is. I'm going to take it a day at a time. What I just did was there is a small 5-minute practice to do at the end of the day in English. You turn the video camera on, you record your entire recollection of the day, including your feelings. What is happening? There's a lot of unstructured things happening all day around you, right? But when you do this way your mind starts learning how to structure all that information and place it in order, let's say 3 to 5 minute video. But more than that, what is happening? You are training your mind to think in English and you're training your mind to speak in English. This is very, very different from speaking in front of mirror. Mirrors don't do shit because in mirror you have absolutely zero feedback. What you're saying, is it even structured? You have no idea because you can't listen to it. But once you start recording it, you can listen to it 3 days later, 5 days later. You can see the progression. Or what I do is that I record myself, I look at it and I immediately see, okay, this is where I have to improve. Tomorrow I'll improve on that. Then tomorrow I'll make it, then I look at it again. Just a small quick 5-minute mental note, I'm going to improve. Via repetitions, you will start improving. Within like 10-15 days, you will be a wholly different person. You will look back at your video recording on day 1 and you'll be like, oh my God, this is how I used to speak. That is what is going to happen. And then you'll come to the step 2 of this tactic. And that step 2 is, instead of keeping it in your mobile, you start putting it either on Instagram stories or WhatsApp video messages to your friends. It could be one friend, it could be a group of friends, it could be your girlfriend, it could be your boyfriend. Tell that person that I'm doing this exercise. In this second step, you don't have to recollect your day. Instead, what you can do is, either if it's your friends, then talk about whatever is happening, whatever you guys are anyways talking about, whether it's a series, whether it's a movie. You're like, hey, I went to watch Spider-Man. I wanted to share some of the things that I really found fascinating in Spider-Man. So I saw this, and then this happened, and then this happened, and this was amazing. I learned this from the movies. This is how the previous movie was. This is how it was better, and you go on. Similarly, if it's on Instagram story, then whatever is your opinion on something that is happening. It could be, this is what I'm eating. This is why I'm eating this. It has this many calories, this much greens, this much protein, and so on. Or I went to the gym, I did these exercises, and so on. This step, although it sounds very difficult if you're watching this video now and you're like, I've never done this, it can never happen. But it will happen because in the step 1, you will be doing some self-journaling first for 10, 15 days, 20 days, 30 days, 60 days, take as much time as you want. But you do the self-journaling, that will train your mind and you'll start feeling like from inside, wow, I want to share it with the world. Suddenly, speaking in front of camera becomes so much easier. But more than that, it's not just training your mind to speak in front of camera. This exercise is training your mind to think in English and speak structurally in English. 30 days later, you will look back at your day 1 video, which was the first self-journal, and you'll be like, oh my God, this single strategy has changed my life. This is what I want from you guys. To take this lesson of 30-day how to become fluent in English speaking, try it out. This is going to change your life, and then come back, write to me in the comments how life-changing this was. Like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to Ultimate Academy if you like such kind of tips, because I have a lot of such strategies coming up for you. Best of luck and see you around.